Hi guys, Alastair Taylor here, and we're going to have a long drive contest today between two of the very modern design drivers. We're going to use the Nike Vapor Flex 440 and the TaylorMade M1. We're going to use the 430 head, only because smaller head I think is a fair comparison to the 440. I will in a later video test the 460 against the Fly Pro driver. So we're going to hit 6 shots on flight scope. Just normalised mode because it's absolutely freezing down here. No rules about accuracy, just literally going to hit 6 shots with each, hard as I can, see which driver hits it the furthest. I've got them both set at 9.5 stiff shaft. Obviously it's a different shaft in each, but I've kind of got them set low spin, as close as I can to each other in performance. So I'll alternate shots as well. I'll go one with Nike, one with TaylorMade. So there's no argument about if I maybe tire more with one driver than the other. So I've done separate videos on both, so I'm not going to get into the technical stuff. The only thing I will say, both of these have got the lighter weight material in the crown, redistribute the weight, hopefully give some better launch conditions, but literally just hit it as hard as I can, 6 shots with each, see who comes out on top. Okay. Good solid one to start with the Nike, just turning over a touch. So like I said, if you haven't watched the review videos, give them a watch as well, because that'll give you a bit more feedback as to kind of how they look and feel as well. And make sure you watch my 430 video, not my 460, if you try to compare these. I mean, straight away off the first 2 shots, absolutely nailed that. The TaylorMade feels quicker off the face. Now, I know a huge part of feel is down to sound, and probably the one thing that grew on me when I tested the Nike was the more shots I hit, the more I liked the sound. I wasn't sold on it initially. But 2 decent ones to begin with. Probably struck the TaylorMade one slightly better. Yeah, that's really solid. And certainly just turning a touch from right to left. Certainly seems a little bit higher with the Nike one, even though they're both set the same. But I mean, both of these are top-end premium drivers. Lots of technology in there. Oh, and I've nailed that again. Yeah. Okay, so certainly, and I know strike is a huge part of this test, certainly struck the TaylorMade one probably a bit more solid on the first 2, but certainly for me it looks like a flatter trajectory. So I'm not sure it's carrying quite as far as the TaylorMade. Sorry, as the Nike. Maybe a little off with the strike. Just reattach my microphone. Obviously so much power in there that the mic's come a bit loose. Okay, back to TaylorMade. It'll be interesting when we finish this, you guys leave comment. TaylorMade's been out for a while, Nike one's just about to be released. I'll be interested if any of you guys have had a chance to try it. Again, good solid one, just turning over. I mean, I wouldn't expect there to be a massive difference in these, both because I think they're set up very, well, the same as each other, but very similar in performance. And I think the manufacturing tolerances are very tight now on these drivers. Oh, that's really good. Really good. Just feels like it stays on the club face that fraction longer with the Nike though. Be interested to see if that shows up in ball speed. Probably felt when I did my review video that it did just, ball speed was just down a touch on where I maybe expected it to be. 3 more, and then I'm going to need a rest after hitting this many drivers. Again, that's very solid. Okay, last couple. Let's move that one out of the way. Don't want there to be Flex 440 meets M1. Just snagged my club on the way back, but didn't affect the strike. That was great. Nice high draw. Skipped on a little bit. So one last one. Okay, one last one, M1. Just touched towards the toe, but launched high. Wouldn't expect that to spin a massive amount. Okay, so certainly on the 6 shots, felt quicker off the face with the TaylorMade. Interested to see what the numbers look like. Let's look at those numbers from Flight Scope, see who came out on top. Okay guys, so if we look at the numbers there, I mean, so close that's untrue. Carry, 263 against 259. Totals 277 against 275. So club head speed very, very similar. Interestingly, it felt like I probably struck the M1 better, but it's saying there that I swung it quicker and only had the same club head speed. Spin was a little bit lower and it just launched fractionally lower, which I'd understand then that's going to carry maybe a touch less and just roll out that little bit further. Right guys, so we looked at some numbers there. Decent ball striking, if not flushing every single one. Probably both of them spun a little bit more than I would have wanted, but we did have a winner, and it was the TaylorMade M1. We're talking 2 yards, but an inch is a winning one in this. So both performed pretty decently. I would say maybe on those, just strike-wise, maybe affected the spin. TaylorMade just hit it a little bit flatter, so didn't carry quite as far, but ran out a little bit more. So like I said, the winner for today is the TaylorMade M1 430. So guys, thank you for taking the time to watch the videos. Leave any comments. I'm sure lots of you will comment as ever below. Let me know if there's anything you want me to test against each other, any new stuff that you've heard about you'd like me to review, any coaching tips that you'd like me to put on here as well. Hopefully see some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.